Hey guys, just a quick one. This has just come out, well, actually a couple of hours ago, but I've been sleeping, so this is brand new to me. We know that Brian Kohberger's attorney, Ann Taylor, dropped Xana Knodl's mother's case in favour of representing Brian Kohberger. I talked about that in a previous video. It actually happened on January the 5th, but only hit the news a few days ago. But she's fighting back, and she spoke to Ashley Banfield on News Nation. So Brian Entin says here, Xana Knodl's mother, Cara Northington, says she feels betrayed that her public defender, Ann Taylor, dropped her case and is now representing Brian Kohberger, the man accused of killing Xana. Northington says she found out through social media. She says that Ann Taylor, or any of her minions, didn't even contact her to say that her case had been dropped in favour of Brian Kohberger's. She tells Ashley Banfield that a friend found the information on Reddit, and she says that she only found out today. Now, Cara failed to show up for her last court appearance, so there's a warrant out for her, so she could get arrested at any time, I guess. But Cara went on to say that she'd trusted Ann Taylor so much that she'd given her the power of attorney over her and her affairs so she could go into rehab. And she says, I don't understand how she could do this. So there's been a lot of speculation about why Ann Taylor did drop Cara's case in favour of Brian Kohberger's. And in the video that I made, I said there's an obvious conflict of interest here. There's a conflict of interest because Cara's Xana's mother, and representing a victim of someone else that you're also representing, surely, logically speaking, is a conflict of interest. Now, not everybody agrees with that and says that there's got to be other reasons why Ann Taylor did this. Now, I'm not going to go down any rabbit holes. You know, there's speculation that Ann Taylor can't represent Cara and Brian because Xana's mother, Cara, was supplying drugs to 1122 King Road and she's some way connected to the murders. Look, I can't tell you whether drugs were supplied to 1122 King Road, but I think there's more to it than it simply being a conflict of interest, but not in the wild rabbit hole theories argument. So Ann Taylor was representing Cara before Brian, so you might say, well, why didn't she drop Brian's case? If it was a conflict of interest, why did she drop Cara? Speculation alert, perhaps Ann Taylor felt that, her career, it was as a personal, if she could get Brian off, then her career would be set for life. But more likely, it's that Ann Taylor is one of the handful of public attorneys in the area. I think she's the only one, actually, in the area that is qualified to represent someone who is potentially involved in a death penalty case. She's like the chief public defender of the entire area. So it makes sense that she'd drop Cara because her case is just misdemeanor charges, whereas Brian's is a quadruple murder, which is potentially, actually highly likely, that it's going to be a death penalty case. If he pleads not guilty, then I think it is going to be a death penalty case. So it makes sense from a professional standpoint that that decision has been made. But what I can't understand is why Cara is saying that she found out by social media. I can't understand how that could happen, surely. Ann Taylor or her minions would have contacted her, at the time. That, to me, is shocking if it's true. Now, of course, Cara might be embellishing the story here. She might be angry that this has happened. Obviously, she's going to be heartbroken, furious, confused, Words can't describe how she must be feeling, how all the families must be feeling about Brian Kohberger and the fact that her daughter was one of the murdered 4. You can't describe how horrendous that is for a family to go through. So she could be lashing out for that reason. We don't know. We've only got her word for it. It's actually the first time I've seen her on camera. She did speak out earlier on in the case about the situation, but that was a phone call. It's the first time I've seen her face. You know, in my opinion, she doesn't look well. She really doesn't look well. But she is an addict, and I guess the amount of stress that she's under is horrific. It's absolutely horrific. This is just a quick one, and that's the video. Let me know how you feel about this. What's your opinion? Keep it polite. You know, Cara is grieving, so keep it polite in the comments. And I'll see you very soon. Bye, guys.